I'm back from my holiday and I have come with a little update of how I got on. So pre-holiday I did a little video of what am I taking with me on holiday. I did a little rundown of yarns, patterns, etc. that I was taking away, and I did say in my last video that I would sort of give you an update on how I got on with knitting and stuff on my holiday. So here I am. I didn't do as much knitting as I thought I would. You know when you think like, oh, holiday, I've got a week of just sitting around doing nothing, like no washing, no cooking, no, like we were all inclusive. So yeah, like I was like, I'm gonna get so much knitting done, like what if I run out of knitting? Like of course I was. Turns out I like didn't do anywhere near as much as I thought I would do. So I haven't got a lot to show you, but that's okay. It's realistic. Like I'm not a super fast knitter, like people probably would have done loads. I don't know, I didn't really like enjoy knitting by the pool either. Like I felt all sun creamy and sweaty, and like I didn't really want to knit much next to the pool. Like in fact I barely knitted. I think I knit like twice probably, if that, like at the pool. So the rest was just like little bits here and there, like on the flight and then around the pool. Also our flight home was like our flight took off, that's the word, the flight took off at 19:55, so 7:55. I didn't really anticipate the fact that at 9:45, so not even 2 hours after our flight had taken off, of a 4-hour flight, the lights all went off. And we just so happened to be in pretty much the only seats in the whole plane that didn't have little lights. Because of course we didn't. So we sat about halfway up the plane so normally the seats are like 3 and 3 and then with the aisle in the middle. We sat on one side where there was just 2, because there was the emergency exit, and because there was just 2 of us and then like this pillar thing next to me, there was no overhead light. So yeah, knitting in the dark, fine if you've got like a nice stockinette or like just like a little rib, or you know, DPNs, not so easy to do in the dark, I found. And when I say dark, I mean like dark. Anyway, so seeing as I'm talking about the DPNs, we might as well start with socks. Here was me like pre-holiday, like what if I need like 4 socks? Like yeah, this is all I've got to show for my sock knitting. This is it. It's tiny. Let me just tuck these ends in so that you can see. So she looks messy, but she is gorgeous. Come on. Like it's not focusing very well. Hello. So this is the Lea Sock. I think that's how you say it. Lea, yeah, Socks. This is a pattern by Deb Buckingham at Knit On Designs. This uses a Camels Yarn sock set, the Flora Days sock set, just a standard sock yarn. It's a top down, obviously, sock on DPNs. It has got a texture. It's just not picking up. There you go. You can sort of see. So like this is 1x1 rib, hence why it's so messy. And then this is knit 3 purl 1 around. They're I wouldn't call them shorty socks, but they're not long socks either. They're like in the middle of the road type length socks. Sorry, it's in black and white, but I don't like cameras being really terrible today at picking things up properly. They're just shorty-ish socks. Yeah, so I didn't knit an awful lot. I was actually expecting to really not get on with these wooden DPNs. I knit on metal DPNs normally, and I don't do a huge amount of DPNs, I'll be honest. I quite often do socks either magic loop, or occasionally I do them just with tiny little circulars. But I thought DPMs would work for the plain. They did work with the plain. They were good. I think had the lights not gone off, probably would be more sock to show you, because I pretty much just did these on the plain. Actually, yeah, I didn't do them at all when I was away. So yeah, this was just plain knitting. Hence why there's not a lot, because it went dark on the second flight on the home stretch. Anyway, yeah, so that's my socks. All I've got to show. And next up, I'll show you. Again, this was just flight knitting. So on the way there, I took different things to on the way back, because I took some folding scissors. I haven't got them with me. They're in my bag, whatever. I took some folding scissors, but I was really scared that if I took them on the flight there and they got confiscated, I would have no scissors for the whole flight, and I didn't want to like pack multiple pairs of scissors. That seems silly. So I didn't have them in my bag on the flight on the way there, which turned out to be rather annoying, because this next project that I took on the plane, so on the way there I only had my sock set and this. Turns out I really needed the scissors, because it's a crochet blanket, but I didn't anticipate the chopping and changing of yarns and stuff. I'm not sure why, because like looking at it, it's obvious that you would need to keep cutting ends, but in my head I just wasn't going to do that. And this yarn, I don't know what it is, but I just could not tear it with my hands. Like, I don't like to like just rip the yarn. I normally like to cut it, but like there's occasions where like I'm in the car, or like I'm just, I don't know, I'm crocheting up a jellyfish or something, and like I'm not bothered and I just rip it. This I absolutely couldn't, like I could not rip, like tear the yarn, just like break the yarn, you know what I mean? I asked my boyfriend to do it for me a couple of times and he managed, but like I didn't want to keep bothering him on the flight like every 2 minutes, like, oh hey, can you rip my yarn for me? So this is all I did. It is super cute, like, so like obviously this V pattern, like this, you know, half and half goes all the way around, and then in the corners are like, this will be this pinky colour. I've not done like a granny square like this before that was like a diagonal, so like in my head it was going to be like a square that way, and then I don't know what I thought happened here. But yeah, it's knit like around this way, like, which means that you're like carrying two colours as you go around sometimes. Yeah, so a lot of ends to cut and to weave in, which is fine, but it just wasn't ideal on the plane. It was not an ideal plain crochet, so this didn't come on the way home. This stayed in my suitcase on the way home. But yeah, so I got this much done. It is cute. I like these little motifs. It's not the tidiest, but like it's gonna be a blanket, and when it's a blanket you won't like look at the tiny details, will you? It's gonna be a long slog, this blanket, but it's gonna be so pretty when it's done. So hopefully I keep going with that. It's just, it's fiddly and it's time consuming, and you don't get a lot. Like, the thing with crochet is I find I crochet quicker than I can knit, or at least it looks like I'm crocheting faster, or it's because it's got more gaps or whatever, I don't know, but I'm crocheting away, and normally I get quite a lot of satisfaction out of it because I'm seeing a piece grow quite quickly. This is more like a knitted project, like it's quite slow going. But that's fine. That's fine, and I think it'll go quicker when I get to know the pattern. Like, I'm still like these half and half squares and stuff, like they're tiny, but I haven't got set in my head exactly how to make them yet, because you go around the white and then round the pink and then back the pink and then round the white and then back the white and then round the pink. Like, yeah, it's a bit confusing. Anyway, I don't think I actually told you the name of the pattern. So this is the Quiet Sky pattern. Sorry, they're all in the wrong order. Yeah, Quiet Sky blanket, and that is by Anita of Made by Anita. So yeah, that had a little bit of work on it. Next up is my favourite of the trip, I think. This one is my Helix crop top by Iris of Hirismakes. I am doing a test knit for Iris at the moment, and I think when you do a test knit for somebody, you're just like more aware of their patterns and things. Like, I don't think I really like, I'd seen her patterns and stuff before, obviously that's why I like test knit for her, but I hadn't like looked back on her old patterns, say, just like what was current on Instagram. And then when I tested for her, like I've been a lot more aware of her Instagram and a lot more aware of like her patterns, I guess. So this is, I think this is a couple of years old now, this pattern, but I'm really glad I made it. On my last video I did discuss it, and I decided on that video I was going to make it 100%, and I did. It's not got a lot to it, but this is it. So it's a bottom up crop top with this is 1x1 rib, which I'm just not a big fan of 1x1 rib. It's just, it just looks so messy. Why does it look messy? Like, the inside doesn't look so bad. Like, oh, it doesn't look great. But why is 1x1 so messy? To be honest, this whole project looks a little bit messy, but I'm hoping that blocking will fix that. So yeah, let's have a proper look at it. So it's, yeah, 1x1 rib, and then it's this cute, really basic cable pattern. Honestly, what is with my camera today? I'll try and like put a picture like here or something if I can. If I can't figure it out, then apologies, because it's just a floating hand, but I'll try and put a picture here. Yeah, so this is the Avec yarn in, it's Merino, which is just their fingering weight yarn. Honestly, this is the colour. I don't think, oh, I don't know how to say that name. It's very nice. It's very nice. Like, to be honest, the camera seems to pick it up really well. Like the colour, it's this gorgeous, like, dark bluey colour. It's so lovely, and it has got a bit of a shine to it. So yeah, oh, I have made a slight adjustment to this pattern in that this 1x1 rib is supposed to be 12 centimeters, and I've only done mine to 8. I just got a little bit fed up of knitting the 1x1 rib, and B, I think 12 is quite a lot of ribbing for a crop top. Like, it looks like a lot of ribbing, and I just wanted like, I wanted more of the cabley look than the ribbing look. So I'm going to make up for the shorter ribbing by adding more cabling. I might actually do like more cabling just to make it slightly less cropped, but what I think I'll do is I'll knit it to say where it should be, the length that it should be once I finish this repeat, like this. So once I finish the cable repeats to the point where the cable repeats don't just change normal. So I think that's again like 12 centimeters or something. When I've knitted that bit plus the 4 centimeters that I should have done here, I think I'll try it on and just see then what the fit's like, and whether I want to do a bit more of the cabling repeat, or whether I just want to get on with the neck bit of the crop top. Sorry, I think I'm not having a very good day today with like chatting. I seem to be chatting a little bit of rubbish, but yes, that's my Helix crop top on its way to being a top. And lastly, the only other thing I think that I worked on when I was on holiday is, now this is going to be a little bit tricky to show you because it's in pieces, but this is my Paddington. So I'm just trying to find another ear. Aha, there he is. So again, I haven't done the nose bit, so he doesn't look quite right without his nose. But this is sort of how he will look when he's got his ears sewn on. How cute! Sorry, it's quite fully to hold. How cute is he? So yeah, he's gonna need like his little nose sewn on. But he's becoming a bear. So I've got his head, 2 little ears. I've got 1 arm. Look how cute this little thumb is. How adorable is that? So yeah, here's 1 arm. And then I have one leg, and somewhere I've just started on the other leg, so this is just literally the bottom of his foot. The legs are cute because they have like this little bit of shaping to them. So this is going to be his like left leg, so this is the middle of his legs and this is the outside, and you crochet the one leg like all the way up, then you do the other one, and then you basically like crochet from the legs up to his belly, so like his legs are like completely attached to his body, and then when you crochet up his body where his arms are, rather than sewing them on, you seem to crochet them in. So yeah, interesting construction of that, and yeah, I just think he's so cute. So his head, sorry, it took quite a while. It's a 3mm hook, so it's quite small. It's actually surprising like how many stitches go into like this. Like, he looks so funny without his ears on. That's why I show his ears, because he just looks really funny without them. Yeah, so that's my Paddington. He's been really fun to crochet actually. He's a bit different. The pattern's got a couple mistakes in it. I'm a little bit worried because I haven't been able to find the author of the pattern like on Instagram or anything. It was just an Etsy purchase, and then yeah, I haven't been able to find it. So like, I know not everyone's on Instagram, but like I can't really credit anybody for it because like I don't know the person's name, I don't know. Yeah, so that's my Paddington. So yeah, I only had the 4 projects I think that I crocheted on and knitted on. I did take my other ball of Camels Yarn. Unfortunately I didn't use that one. I had planned to make another crop, like another top with it, but I had the Helix crop and I just didn't really feel like I needed anything else, so yeah, I had that to work on. And like I said, I didn't do as much as I thought I would knit, but I had a really lovely holiday. I got a tiny bit brown, even though like that's a tiny bit tan, you literally wouldn't even know. I'm so pale. We just rested, enjoyed ourselves, and back home now to reality. I've still been off work this weekend on annual leave, so I've not actually like fully resumed work mode yet. I'm still kind of in holiday mode, but like in that like weird holiday mode where you know you need to do washing and like you feel like you have to do housework and stuff again, but you kind of don't want to because you're not back at work yet. Yeah, so I'm in that mood. But yeah, that's everything I've got for you today. I hope you just enjoyed this little catch up after holiday. I think I haven't had any finished objects in ages, but I've got like 3 projects that are all like nearly finished. I've got 2 sleeves on my Norfolk sweater, I've got 1 sleeve and the ribbing on my Lakes V-neck, and I've got the rest, like half the ribbing and a sleeve on another sweater. So I've got 3 like nearly finished projects. So hopefully soon I'll have a little project normal type YouTube video, and yeah, just to let you know what I've been working on that's not holiday related, and hopefully have some finished objects for you. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy your week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment please, I really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're not already. Look at me sounding like a real YouTuber. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Bye.